So, there's a magician about that looks like me. Or maybe that old guy has dementia and he's just imagining it. But maybe I have a doppelganger about. Is that going to fire things out of its shell like a cannon? No, it's just going to do that omnidirectional ice wall, I think that is. So, unsurprisingly, the correct tactic here is just hit them with the stick. Although they freeze me in place doing that. That's annoying. So now I can't turn to face them. Which means my melee won't work. Damn it! Okay, hot steam it is. I'm so over this. It's a shame this area has the same music as all the overworld grassy areas. I wonder how much experience I'm getting for those. Not much, because I think I had, what, 74 when I got here? 74 after the boss. And I fought a couple things on the way here, although they would have given me basically none, because they were much lower level than me, so... Yeah, leveling has just slowed down, it seems. We have another, underwhelming vista. Honey bread obtained. Wow. An item drop. Those are rare as shit. And I only got 3% from that. 2 enemies. Yeah, that's the really interesting thing is, item drops after battle are insanely rare. In that hour of grinding, I didn't get a single item. And in the entire game, the only items I have gotten after battles are... I got that silver amulet. Oh, and Celine's bell. I got one of those in the woods with the thief in it. So I've gotten a grand total of like 3 item drops in the entire game. That's rare enough. I'm wondering if it's actually predetermined. Especially because when the thief killed me and I went through that area again, I once again got 1 Celine's bell and 1 silver amulet. So maybe there's just like fixed drops in very few locations. Which would be a very weird way to do that. Why not have random drops? And if there are random drops, why is the chance so low that it's only happened 3 times in the hundreds of battles I've done in this game? Or at the very least, what feels like hundreds of battles? I don't actually know how many it is, but probably fewer than it feels like, but quite a few nonetheless. Heal. He'll immediately do most of the healing's damage. Yep. Heal. This water pillar attack here is dodgeable, but only if you're a good ways away. And if you're a good ways away, you can't melee. And melee's the only viable strategy. Hence the catch-22 of this game. Yeah, see, at that distance, you can't dodge it. Even if you're holding the stick preemptively so that you move as soon as you're able to move, there's still not enough time to dodge it. You have to be a good ways away. Ooh. Let's do a fire. Pretty sure I saw bubbles? Yes, I did. Yeah, let's do more fire. When I use a spell, it's about the only one I use. Mostly because fire is one of the few things that has a lot of range. Well, not a lot, but some. Although I say that, the wind cutter is the other one that has good range, but I'm so far behind on wind, it's not even worth trying to catch up at this point, because the leveling has slowed down so much that catching up on wind would take the rest of my life. And frankly, if I spent the rest of my life playing this game, that would be quite a tragedy. But hey, just think about how fun it'll be when we get to town, and everyone will say, oh no, some evil prick has stolen our gem. I do like the way these look, though. Ooh, ew. Weird worm things. I kind of like that flame attack. I hope that's something I can get eventually. Although I'm sure it'll do less damage than a physical attack, meaning I won't use it. Nothing there. How about to the left? Anything here? No, that is the edge. Okay. Amazingly, there is a slightly different texture there. These very basic trees are... I mean, it wasn't terribly uncommon for trees in N64 games, or games of this era, for trees to be two-dimensional and then just rotate to face you. I mean, Mario 64 did that, but again, like I said, I think at the very beginning of this, Mario 64 was a launch title. Its very basic graphics are a little more excusable. And there's also the fact that it's a phenomenal game. Like, from a gameplay perspective, it's 10 out of 10, so it can get away with a lot because of that. But by now, I mean, again, Ocarina of Time came out the same year as this, and the trees in that have three-dimensional trunks, and the leaves are, of course, 2D, because leaves are 2D in games made a bajillion years after this, but they're arranged in clumps at multiple angles. So if you look at the tree from different angles, it doesn't just rotate to face you like a flat pop-up book. It actually has some three-dimensionality to it. And that's the same year as this, you know? And also, I hate this wyvern design. It's just so stumpy and corpulent and cartoonish. I hate that it's hovering in place, despite the fact that it's corpulent and stumpy. Ooh, those are easy to kill now. Also, the frame rate doesn't particularly like the wyverns, which means it all goes a little bit slowly. What about way back here? Is this just a cliff? I can't... Oh yeah, there's just a ledge there. Or does it go around that way? Oh, you again. Long time no see. But I'm not gonna bother, because I highly doubt they even give reasonable experience, because they are old enemies. This just leads to the cave, doesn't it? Yeah. Baragoon tunnel. Okay, let's go to town first. Oh my god, 2 wyverns. I can't possibly handle this. And I mean that from a patient's perspective. It's kind of a cool looking place. It's out on the water, it's got nice high walls, so it's like totally secluded. Big doors with anchors on them. Oh wow, it's actually pretty big. Okay. Hello, children. Have you heard Fargo has escaped? They say he's a murderer. Aren't you scared? Have any idea how many corpses I've left behind me? Hey, know what? There was a murderer locked up in the tower jail outside the city. They say he uses fire magic on anyone who gets in his way. Is that because maybe he's stolen the fire gem and I should go get the fire gem? Alright, so we found out what every line of dialogue in this area is going to be. Oh no, a murderer got loose. Aren't you afraid? Did you hear? A murderer is on the loose. Surely there's a spirit in here somewhere. Ooh, there it is. Hard to spot this one. Yeah, let's do fire. Although I'm not sure there's a second one in here. It's a big enough area. I guess not. Alright. Severe slowdown in this region, because it is kind of big. Oh, is this the tower outside of town where he was locked up? Okay. I thought you meant outside of town, not 20 feet away from it. Anything behind it? Of course there is. Oh man, it's a shame to see this slowdown, because this game's had a surprisingly good frame rate for most of it. By N64 standards, I mean, which are very, 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 very low in terms of frame rate. Let's get fire up to 25. Still no homing arrow level 2. Ooh, I got fire pillar. And power staff level 2. Excellent. I really hope it lasts longer than level 1. Hello there, red-shirted fat man. Heard the rumor about Fargo? He's the villain who tried to take over our town. He made a threat to burn the homes of anyone who dared to stand against him. A great Lord Shrieker captured him and put him in the tower. But after Lord Shrieker's mysterious death, Fargo made good his escape. And it's only a matter of time before he returns to threaten us again. Or maybe he'll just bugger off because he got loose, so he'll just leave? Let me guess, you're gonna talk about Fargo. My last visitor told me that there's a phantom city somewhere in the Dries. I wonder if it's true. That was actually different information. Interesting. Although I don't know what the Dries are. I know that you're on a long and exhausting quest, laddie. Why don't you keep these red wings, just in case your enemies prove too strong? You must remember that these wings will not work in the forests or caves, which is most of the place I would want to escape from enemies, thus rendering them largely ineffectual. Oh, another stranger in our town. Don't tell me a wee laddie like bitch. I'm a grown-ass man, like you, is looking for our old mine too. You'd better stay here where it's safe. The mountain road at night is no place for you. But I'm a badass mage. Our fiefdom owes its prosperity to a great nobleman named Hosen Shrieker. Our present queen, Deanna, rules the castle. And that is what queens do. Hello again, laddie. Again? Have we met? If you should lose your hero's drink, just tell me. I've got too many here. Ah, yes. If you'd take one, I'd be obliged to you. We have completely run out of root beer and bread, so why don't you ski-daddle on home? I like how they said they're out of root beer, because if they said if it's a tavern that said they have beer, even if it was just a passing mention in dialogue, you'd have to slap that alcohol thing in the ESRB rating. Water. Still quite a few water spells I don't have. Missing one there and a whole tier there. Also, I just realized there's Soul Searcher level 1, which means there's apparently Soul Searcher level 2, although I don't know what it would do. Because all it does is scan enemies. Oh, I guess maybe level 2 scans everything in the arena, instead of just a single enemy. But then again, it rarely works, and even when it does work, it only pops up so briefly you can't really read it anyway, and it doesn't last long. This is a grand city, don't you think? Yeah, so grand it's killing the frame rate. But isn't it strange? People build a metropolis to last 1,000 years, but a human lifetime is just a passing thought. What's your point? I mean, yeah, humans don't live very long, but there's always more humans, because nobody will stop fucking and making more larvae. So it stands to reason you'd want your buildings to still be there for the next generation of people. I'm not sure why that's confusing to her. It's weird the music in this town sounds like a lullaby, though. It's kind of weirding me out. Hello there, you have a large head. Noblemen's houses are filled with valuable items. I have to be careful as I clean. Oh, such a bother. Okay. Ooh, yeah, he looks like a rich prick. Dolgo? Limelin is the largest and finest city in all of Celtland, and as you can see, the grandest house of all belongs to me. Only Queen Deanna can boast a finer. Can I steal your shit? Mint leaves, that's not even particularly valuable. Healing potion, that's a little better. You know, frankly, his house doesn't even seem that fancy. I mean, it's big, sure, but what does he have? He's got some beds. I don't know why he has 2, considering he seems to live alone. Other than the cleaning lady downstairs, although I doubt she sleeps up here with him. She probably has some shitty shack in the slums. He's got a coat rack. He has a dresser with 4 drawers in it that looks very Spartan. I mean, it's nice. It's nice enough, but it doesn't look expensive. He's got a fireplace, sure. Although it doesn't have a chimney, which is curious. He's got 4 piles of logs. A tankard / chamber pot on his side table. Basic wooden table with chairs that don't even have backs on them. These chairs have backs on them. Another fireplace without a chimney. Some plates. I mean, really, we're seeing a lot of the same clutter here, like this bookshelf. Barrels. A lot of the clutter in here is the same stuff we see in every other building. I don't know why he thinks this house is so nice. Ooh, a chest. Mine now. Dewdrop. Oh, those are, like, useless now. Prince William has taken a liking to my daughter, and if she should become his bride when they grow up, it would make me a duchess. Oh. Mama says I have to marry that bratty Prince William. I think you're twice as cute. Do you have a girlfriend? Oh, Jesus. That's fucking creepy, and I'm leaving. Only noblemen live in this town. What about that cleaning lady in the other building who was complaining about how it's hard to clean noblemen's houses because they're full of valuables? Why not? It's the richest town in Celtland. As you see, we are blessed with riches beyond compare. Which is basically a repetition of the previous sentence. Well, you're blessed with riches until I come in and steal it all. But that's the hero tax. That's my fee for saving the world. Alright, I don't think I checked this one. It looks the same. And it's empty. Okay. And all this in and out, in and out, in and out means we're always hearing the very beginning of each piece of music over and over and over. Because it always restarts when it switches. Have you seen my boys outside playing? I do wish that they would come back in. With that madman Fargo on the loose, anything could happen. If you see them again, send them home. Yeah, because there's no way a murderer could break in here and murder you if he really wanted to. I mean, if the murderer was going to kill your kids, this is going to happen. Just accept it. What do we have over here? If anything. Is that an abandoned building? Oh yeah, it is. Boarded up. Okay. Curious. Oop, Soul Searcher level 2 I just got. I'm sure it's extremely useful. It doesn't appear to be a way in. In fact, it doesn't even appear there's a gate on this fence. So yeah, it is not meant to be seen, which is weird. Why is this here? Why is there a shitty abandoned old house just outside of the richest town in the country? Does that house have a story? I would actually like to hear it. Yeah, and of course I can't actually tell those kids to go home. Hey, your mom's worried about you. Go home. All right, is this gate unlocked? And it creaks like wood. Nice. God, this checkered floor looks like Bubsy 3D. The less said about that, the better. Ooh, I think I see some bubbles. Or was that just wall aliasing poking past? It was just wall aliasing poking past. Ooh, there's some though. It's a decent looking garden. There's a fair bit of detail here. This is the least undetailed area we've seen so far. There's actually some stuff happening. It's not just large swaths of completely flat terrain. A hearty welcome to Limelin Castle. Here you will see the richness and beauty of Carmag. We have a relief carving here with a giant texture seam going through the middle of it, as all good relief carvings should have. It appears to have tits on it, which is a little bit naughty, but they're so blurry I don't think it's going to hurt the rating. Ooh, 2 behind it. Look at that. More water. Walking water. Hey, new spell. That's probably the sequential series of pillars that enemies keep casting on me. I like this railing. The color scheme of it. It's certainly contrasty, as are the purpley red steps. Damn. I'd say it's kind of opulent. Nice pillars in the corners. This is actually a fairly decent looking room. I like the ceiling too. There's a lot of detail on it. Lots of patterning and such. I mean, it does look rich, as it should, but I'd say this is the nicest looking environment in the game in terms of detail. Ooh, pilferables. Honey bread, excellent. Can't have too much of that for when I inevitably have to brute force the boss fight, because I'm sure that's how it's gonna go. Because that's how all 3 of the others went. Well, and I guess the first one kind of didn't. The first one really did involve some maneuvering and dodging. It's a big-ass chamber pot. Another angry-looking guy in armor. Weren't you from the last castle? My grandfather oversaw the mines. He found the ruins at the end of Baragoon Tunnel, but I'm afraid that when he disturbed the ruins, it released the monsters that plague us today. Weird triple space. We tried to seal the mine shaft, but it didn't have much effect. You'd better keep away. How does sealing the mine not have much effect? Sounds like they were sealed in it before until you unsealed it by mining. Identical room with another miserable-looking fellow in armor. I can't imagine how Fargo escaped his jail cell. Yeah, maybe someone should look into that. I just hope something terrible doesn't happen. What? A murderer with a powerful magical gemstone? I'm sure something terrible definitely won't happen. Ooh, I expected a spirit there, in that tight corner. Another really detailed room. I mean, it's kind of garish. There's so much patterning and stuff, but of course, rich castles and manors and stuff often are, cathedrals and stuff, often are kind of garish, where they just have so much shit going on that they're just very loud. So it is appropriate in that regard. Another miserable fellow in armor. This is Limelin Castle. You don't say. The home of Queen Deanna. You don't say. The greatest monarch in all of Celtland. Well, that's a matter of opinion, and I haven't met her yet. Ooh, holy crap. Is this a bookshelf I can actually read? Oh no, it's a spirit. Okay, more water, I guess. I thought for a second it was a book I could read and we'd maybe get some backstory or anything, but no. Weird double pillars here like they're framing a doorway, but they're not. That's curious. Anything around this corner? No, alright. Was worth a look. Oh my god. Oh, look at those eyes. Wow. Maybe lay off the coke. You're the master apprentice? I can't believe it. I didn't expect to see a mere child. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, maybe you shouldn't point out how underwhelming your main character is. Ah, you must be the master apprentice from Melroad Monastery. Somehow I expected someone of greater stature. Nevertheless, the queen is expecting you. Oh, God. I'm assuming all these doors lead to the same place and it's just a comically huge room. Oh, actually, no. Oh, this must be a bedroom. You're not much older than I am. My mother was expecting a great warrior. I bet I'm a better sword fighter. I can protect the castle. Really? I suppose. I don't think sword blows could actually get through that helmet hair. Then again, it looks like he's pissed his pants in fear so many times his pants have just turned yellow, so that's not a great sign either. Looking here, there's a person with the biggest pearl necklace in history. Person with gigantic poofy hair and impossibly broad shoulders, but otherwise not much here. All right, let's go in. Ooh. Another decent looking room. I like this purple floor here. It's a nice color. You have perhaps learned about Fargo already. Yeah, it's all anyone talks about. It won't do to let such a dreadful villain roam about freely, but with the little power that we have... Yes, we know all too well about the monsters guarding the abandoned mine. Try not to get too close to Fargo, and don't stay in one place for too long. Ah, so precisely the same tactic as every other boss. Good to know. I've heard all sorts of rumors about you. It's said you possess incredible magic powers, especially for someone so young. There is much you should know about Queen Deanna. Which apparently you aren't going to teach me. Hello there. Welcome to the land of Carmig, Master Apprentice. Princess Flora of Dondoran sent a letter singing the praises, I don't know why I stumbled on that, of your magical talents. Have you really come to save us from the fire starter Fargo? That's quite the title. Or are you more interested in finding your father? Well, they kind of go together. No matter, Fargo stands between you and your quest. Yeah, that's what I just said. And he cannot be avoided. Oh, so you're not going to tell me anything? I thought I was coming here so you would, like, give me some kind of information? Okay. So I need to go kill Fargo. That stupid little kid all the way down by the wheat field told me that. I didn't need to come all the way in here to be told the same thing. But fuck it, I guess we have a mission now. Evil guy stole gem. Go kill evil guy. But don't get too close. And I can't wait to go into a mine. It's gonna be great because wings don't work in the mine. So I won't be able to leave if I'm dying, and I'm sure I'll be dying because this game is apparently built entirely around grinding. Well, I can barely contain myself with all this excitement, but I'm gonna save quickly, and I guess I'm gonna head to the mine. Oh, I didn't talk to you people. Let me guess, you're gonna say something very predictable. Just the other day, a man who looked very much like you came to our town. Oh yeah, you're the second person now to mention that. He was questioning all the townspeople, looking for a sacred book of some sort. He was headed toward Highland when he left. Wonder if he got past the old mine shaft safely. Huh. That's actually kind of interesting. The old abandoned mine shaft is far up the mountains out of Limelin. There is a rumor of new digging in the ruins they found at the bottom of the mine shaft. I really want to know more about this person that looks like me who's asking about a book. That would be a far more interesting thing to hear people talk about than more crap about the robber. Oh god, 5 of them? Phone. At least my healing is getting pretty damn good. I still have to stand in place for a while after almost every combat, but it's getting shorter, the amount of dead air. I would prefer no dead air, but less is good. Wow, that actually does a fair bit of damage. Then again, so does melee, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Alright, so my new spells I wanted to try out. I have Walking Water. I could try Soul Searcher too, but I'm pretty sure I know what it does. And Fire Pillar, I haven't tried that. Or Power Staff Level 2, I forgot about that. Alright, I got a great idea. Let's try Power Staff on these. 1 turn. Wow, 174, that's pretty good. 2 turns. It's still here, okay. 3 turns. Ooh, I still have it. Wow. Either this is a lucky run or this one lasts longer. Oh, I still have it. Holy crap. Badass. It was like 6 turns. Wow, have I finally found a spell that's useful? Well, other than healing, obviously. Alright, so either that was really lucky, just a good run, or Power Staff 2 is actually pretty badass. Let's try that again. Or that'll die in 2 turns, so I won't know. Okay, well, I'm mildly hopeful about it. And I think this will just leads to that dead end with the... Yep, there it is. fuck it, more water. All right, the other thing to try will be, let's do fire pillar. I don't know how much range it has. Oh, it's that attack. Okay, it's the one the caterpillar's using. 1, 2, 3. Ah, damn it. So I did just get lucky the first time. God forbid it be fun or satisfying or rewarding or, well, anything. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh my god, come on. There's a house there. There's... Ooh, there are bubbles here. Give them to me. I'm assuming this building down here is just someone that's going to tell me, it's dangerous, you should rest here. I mean, I appreciate the save point closer to the location, but it's beginning to wear me out that every area is exactly the same. Ooh, at least I'm seeing a lot of free levels. Oh wow, there's nothing in here. Oh, I guess I was wrong. Okay. Well, I'll give the game credit for not being as predictable as I expected. What's my healing do now? 38, 43. It's getting better, but very slowly. Ooh. Music is a little more, it's kind of moving in here. It's not as ponderous as it's largely been. Hero's drink. Healing potion. Man, I have a lot of healing potions at this point. But of course, I can't sort them. So it would take me forever to count them, because they're all in completely random places. Oh god, these things. I don't like these because I can't hit them with physical attacks. Fireball it is. This was, not these specifically, but a variant of this enemy type. Was one of the ones that kept spawning in the area I was grinding. Oh wait, I can hit these ones. That's interesting. I haven't been able to. When I was doing the hour-long grinding, this was one of the types. And those I definitely couldn't hit. So I kept using Fireball on them, which took forever. Although, oh, damn it. See, the inherent problem there is I can hit these ones, but the pop-up is so finicky, there's a good chance I'll just waste my turn trying to do it. How do you fuck that up? I mean, come on. Just put a hysteresis on it. This isn't that hard to figure out. Just limit how quickly it can appear and disappear. Again, a child could figure this shit out. Damn it. Yeah, so technically I can melee them, but in actuality I can't because the UI is so broken I'll never manage to do it without just skipping my turn. Good job, guys. That actually makes me curious if I've been able to melee these all along, and the pop-up is so finicky that I just hadn't noticed it till now. Oh man, look at that. Oh, ooh, that was the longest. Oh, and it misses, of course. Back up, heal. I don't even know why I'm backing up to heal, because then they're just going to move close enough to hit me anyway. So I have to take the hit either way. Oh, and I'm out of magic. Well, if this doesn't take it out, I'm out of magic. Yeah, and that didn't take it out. Okay. Please don't kill me. Ooh, barely. Barely. Well, I guess I'm going to run in circles here for a bit. Get all my MP back. Come on. Nope. Can't reach that one, so you know what? Fuck it, I'm just leaving. Oh no. This appears to be the most common enemy in this area, and that's a problem. Because they take way too much magic to kill, and then I can't heal afterwards. Let's try Fire Pillar. That didn't even hit them, even though it quite clearly was where they are. I actually don't care. Let's just get out of here. Yeah, I know, you're moving very slowly. Could you get to the point? Why did they make enemies move so slowly? There is no point other than to waste my time. Because it's not like they're giving me reaction time because nothing can happen while an enemy is moving. So whether it happens slowly or quickly doesn't affect anything. It's just a waste of time. Why would you do that? Ooh, a new enemy. Look at that. Will-o-wisp. Ooh, they can hit me more than once. Oh, they don't have much health, though. Hey, the more of these I run into, the better, because these are much easier to kill. Wow, Wow, 2 hits. I can live with that. Now I don't remember which way I was facing. I think it was this way. I guess I should be looking at the compass. I am currently going south. Hopefully this is the right way. It is. Wow, terminates? Really? I've been fighting these since Normoon. They're a bit trivial now. Although again, I'd rather fight them than sprites. Another clearing. More terminates, I'm sure. No, sprites. Hey, at least I have full MP. I can deal with this. And I'm just gonna get close so I don't have to deal with their slow-ass movement. Because they can move farther than me anyway, it seems. So, it's not like I can outrun them. I'll just take the hits. And miss spectacularly because this game is committed to wasting my time! Wait a minute, I think I just saw a new spell in my water menu. Yeah, Drain Magic. Ooh, that sounds awesome, but I'd be willing to bet probably the same thing you're thinking. That it never works, and probably just misses constantly. But hey, more water. Oh, there's still one missing. Okay. Wait a minute. Exit return. Ooh, I didn't realize I got return. So could I... Exit will pop me back to the start of the area. Does return actually return me from whence I exited? Or... Interesting. Fire Pillar. Does this work? Kind of. 86 damage isn't horrible. Can I hit both? I can, theoretically. Alright, let's see. Drain Magic. Wow. First try. Maybe it doesn't suck. Or I just got really lucky that one time. This will require further experimentation. Walking Water, that's... Yeah, that is that. Linear one. Alright, let's look at my levels here. I'm about to get another MP. That's nice. Oh man, I'm getting elements really slowly. Man, getting everything to 50 would take quite a remarkable amount of time. Although you do get a lot for free from just the bubbles in the environment, but I'm curious how many of those there truly are. Those are only going to get you so far. Reskin of the jack-o'-lantern was only a matter of time. It's kind of cool looking, but I can barely tell what I'm looking at with the face. I think the face is just the green eyes. And I think the white below is, I'm just seeing the hood clipping through. It's actually hard to decode what I'm looking at there. Let's do Fire Pillar. Can I hit all 3? No, I can't. So its hitbox is much, much smaller than its visual effect. This does not surprise me. I'd be curious to see the original mission statement for this game. Because I'm pretty sure it would just be like 79 pages of fuck the player written over and over. Alright, free level here. I doubt this door opens. Yeah, it's like a gate, I guess. Healing potion. I haven't really been using healing items. I really do have quite a ridiculous number of them now. Although I'm imagining in my head what the final boss of this game is going to be like, and if I'm at all right, I think I'm gonna need all of them. This is quite a long walkway to have no encounters. Although it's quite pleasant not to have encounters. Okay, I have a giant clearing here that kind of looks like a big arena, but I don't see a boss waiting for me. It's just more goddamn sprites. So boring. Although, if Magic Drain actually works, that means I can take these out with Fireball. Fireball them till I'm kind of low on MP, which will take forever. MP Drain, hope it works. And keep going. And by the time I'm elderly and shitting in a diaper, I'll maybe be done with this instance. This is really quite amazing. Especially when I can't see what's happening because the camera is just a masterpiece of design. Now, I don't want to use up all my MP because there's a chance MP Drain does miss frequently, and I need to have enough MP left to use it multiple times, which it was... Oh, it takes 3. I thought it took 2. Miss. Oh god, it does suck, doesn't it? Well, I get one more try. And it missed. Yeah. Yeah, so it sucks. Why the fuck wouldn't it? Keeping an eye out for bubbles. Here we go. 45. I'm just gonna max out water, because why are the controls broken? I was pulling towards the camera and he was running sideways into the wall. I'm going to use Power Staff, because this guy actually has a lot of health. Yay. And I still can't tell if that white beneath their eyes is some sort of facsimile of a mouth, or if it's just the back of the hood clipping through. It's really hard to tell at 240p. Okay, you know what? I'll take out the will-o-wisp and then escape. Oh, why did that water not hit the sprite? It went right through it. I don't want to fight sprites. I really don't. But luckily, I'm right next to the escape. I do not have time for this crap, even though I totally do, because I've got nothing else to do today. Well, I mean, I guess I could be playing any one of the other many games I own that I've never played before. I like that attack. It's actually not half bad. And you can hit more than one enemy with it. So I think that actually went faster than if I had meleeed them. We may have found the first spell that's better than, well, better in certain situations than just meleeing. Oh, it is a mouth. Okay. We got a nice close-up there. I was really curious. Awesome. And yeah, that is actually doing more damage than a melee. I thought that it was to the will-o'-the-wisps simply because they were fire, and it's water. But no, it did 100 to the ghost even. So I have officially found a spell that's better than melee. That only took the entire game. Oh, it doesn't do much to them. I'm beginning to get legitimately worried that these videos are going to be just unbearably boring. Who would watch this? I'm trying to edit these in my head as I play along, because obviously I haven't edited these yet. I'm imagining in my head what the edit is going to look like, and I feel like it's still really fucking boring, even edited. Unless, you know, the one other weird sick pervert like me out there that's just interested in this stuff even when it's not particularly interesting. There may only be one other person like that in existence, and if they're watching this video, they probably think it's interesting, but I don't think there's that many people like me in that regard, so I think for most people this is just going to be interminably, insufferably boring. And for that I apologize, but there's not much I can do about it. What's back here? Ooh, a chest that I can't reach because it's a tier down and there's no way to hop down because I'm welded to the floor. It's like I'm playing Mass Effect. So I have to go all the way out and all the way around the longest way possible. Replica. Hey, been a long time since we've seen one of those. In fact, I forgot that item existed because I got one so long ago. And about the only place you'd want to use it, really, is a boss, and I'm sure it doesn't work on bosses. Ooh, I leveled. Okay. Ooh, I did get the final spell. Invalidity. What? Invalidity? What the fuck does that do? That sounds like a bad thing. Oh, look, there's another chest down a bit that I need to go all the way around to. I really should have guessed that, honestly. Oh, look at that. 4 hits. I'm sure it's very valuable and totally worth coming to get. Oh no, it's a fucking dewdrop. It's also such a shame that there's so little variety in the types of spells enemies cast. Seems like every single enemy in this game casts Homing Arrow, Wind Cutter, or Water Pillar, regardless of what the enemy looks like. It's not like different types of creatures have attacks that seem appropriate to the type of creature. No, they just all have the same very small handful of spells. Oh, there's a person here. That's probably the boss, because they're the only enemy that actually is visible in the environment. Ooh. It's kind of a cool room, though. The intermittent floor. Interesting. This is kind of a cool terrain to have a boss fight in. Also, she's kind of Bathoculpian, which is interesting. I'm Shilf, a servant of Mammon. I've been waiting 1,000 years for him to return. Hey, you look pretty good for your age. If I'm correct, I sense, what, 3 precious stones? That was like a non sequitur. I think what she meant was she was waiting for his return, But since she only sensed that I have 3 precious stones, I must not be him, meaning she would otherwise think it's possible that I was him? I think that's what that meant. And I'm curious what that spell is. I don't have that one yet. Ooh. It hurts. Ooh, whoa. Okay. I didn't know what she was doing there, but that was kind of cool. I like that attack. I have a feeling that's one I can't get, though. Ooh, and I also can't dodge it. I don't have nearly enough time to move. I was holding the stick before it even happened there, so I did move on the first frame it was possible. I'm going to do some healing. She does not appear to be smart enough to go around the hole in the floor, so this is excellent. I can just trap her there. And if I have range, I do have enough time to dodge that. So I'm just gonna trap her there across that gap. I wonder if fire does more damage. No, it doesn't even reach. Although now I'm close enough, her weird finger gun is gonna hit me. And no, that does not do more damage. So she's not resistant to Water Pillar, it just does less damage to her than the general enemies. I was expecting more like 100, so that it was doing 70 made me feel like maybe she's resistant, but no, she's just got good defense. I'm gonna do something stupid and try Drain Magic. Holy crap, it worked! I doubt Drain Magic means I can actually make her run out of magic, because I get the feeling enemies are not capable of running out of magic. I've never seen it happen, no matter how long combat goes on. But at the rate this is going, I could do this all day because she's too stupid to go around the hole. Which is very odd. Why would you design the boss fight this way? Why put the boss fight in this sort of complex arena with holes in the floor if your AI is incapable of traversing that? Beyond it just making the boss fight trivial, it also just looks dumb. Because it looks really silly that this character is, well, this stupid. Look at that. Piece of fucking cake. And I got a level. We're almost max water. Dope. Oh, I haven't tried Invalidity. Still no clue what it does. Also, it looked like they had actually animated boob jiggle on her, which was very unusual in this era. That's a thing you started seeing later on. Although, it's also possible it just looked like movement due to aliasing. It's very hard to tell. But I think they actually had animated jiggle on her. This game was kind of ahead of its time in that regard. Silver Amulet. I think I have 3 of those now. Healing Potion. I've got like 10 of those. That was a weirdly easy boss fight. And the guy in the forest, the sorcerer in the forest, the emo-looking one, he was genuinely difficult. Well, I like the sort of reddish-purple fog. It gives kind of an interesting look to the distance. The colors in the skybox are kind of nice. It's got a nice gradient to it where it's very yellow to gold to that reddish-purple. That's cool. But unfortunately, the sand itself is the blurriest, least detailed texture yet, and that is saying something. What's this place called? Dindum Dries. We have 4 buildings, Greeneck and Boyle Hole. Okay, and then a very large expanse to the southeast of probably nothing, but so many corners to check for spirits, it's gonna take a while. Hello, what the hell are you doing out here? Aye, what's happened to you? Did you lose your way in the desert? You must be tired from your long journey. If it pleases you, why don't you rest yourself here? Why, it does please me. I will gladly rest here with you, you weird Jesus-y looking person. Ooh, bubbles. Excellent. Level 50 water. Fuck yeah. And our healing now does 45, which is pretty much what it was doing before. Also, now that it's nighttime, the color is a lot less interesting. To the point that, believe it or not, I'm actually going to go rest again just to make it day so the color is nicer. Although, actually, all that nice reddish-purple color was just because it was dusk, apparently, not because that's what this looks like during the day. Alright. Still, it looks better than night, and I'm just going to pick a direction and run and hope to find stuff. Ooh. Blue, man. That's not what I would have called it. Ooh, that doesn't do much. Yeah, okay, these ones' physical's better. So we're right back to that. Oh, but they hurt. And they have a lot of health. Oh, no, they just take a long time to die, okay. I'm so tired of this. I'm so tired of this. Get down to the last enemy, and then it's just toggling between desperately trying to heal and finish it off. So boring. Ooh, 52, that's pretty good. Holy shit. Look at that thing. It's like an Easter Island statue fucked a thwomp from Super Mario 64. Oh, and they don't actually hurt that badly. I was really worried for a second. Oh, and we're right back to this song and dance with the desperately trying to heal. But barely healing better than the damage I'm taking, so it's a very uphill battle. Hoping they die before I do. And success. Then I'll take 5 steps and do it all again. Oh my god, this is gonna take forever to explore all. I think I'm gonna run along the perimeter here. Because it seems like, oh my god, a new enemy! It seems somewhat logical. Oh, I think that was silence they just tried to do. It seems logical to me that if you were going to put one of the spirit things, you would do it sort of in a corner along the perimeter. So I'm gonna run along the perimeter first. And then, oh god, and then probably run through the middle. Again, we have another enemy where water pillar, walking water, does more damage than physical. Not by a lot. Luckily, the uselessness of silence extends to the enemies. Somebody kill me. Oh fuck, I missed. He's gonna kill me. Well, I got what I asked for. If I hadn't have missed, that would have been fine. I'm so tired of all of this. And now it's night. Whatever. Well, at least this vast expanse of interminable desert gives me plenty of time to consider all of the terrible life decisions that brought me here. How the fuck did it come to this? Oh my god. What the fuck is that? Oh. Ugh. Do not want. Holy shit. What's with the exposed midriff? That just makes him so much creepier than they would be otherwise. My god. These are terrifying, like, genuinely. Oh, fuck off! Also, their attack animation. They sort of, like, raise up the arm and kind of lazily flick it towards us to cast a spell. It's extremely reminiscent of, Twin Rova from Ocarina of Time. I mean, is that an exposed midriff? I can't tell. Or is that supposed to be some sort of piece of clothing wrapped around him? I really can't tell what I'm looking at here. Other than knowing that it's creepy as shit. That's somebody's fetish. But not mine. Now, if they had scales, that'd be a different matter entirely. Still waiting to find something. Let's look at the map again. I don't really know where to go first. Should I head towards Greenock? Or should I head to that thing in the corner that's before the giant expanse of nothing? I suspect there's just gonna be a person in there that tells me, there's nothing out there. Nightmare is such a weird name for a butterfly. They're not even particularly scary butterflies, other than they do, obviously, burn the shit out of you, but, like, frankly, I would have called the werecats nightmares. They're not even weird butterflies, they're just butterflies. I have a poor lone tree here. Or is that supposed to be a cactus of some variety? It looks more like a tree to me, but at that resolution, the jury is still out. Yeah, see, I am heading down to the town. I don't actually want to go this way quite yet. I haven't finished exploring the desert because it's very exciting and I want to make sure I see every square inch of it. I do like the music here though. Oh hey, there's some bubbles. Excellent. Unfortunately though, it has the same problem the music does everywhere in this game though, that all I ever hear is the very, very beginning of it because every time you go to combat, it interrupts it. And when combat ends, it doesn't keep going from where it was. It starts over. That weird sachet they do is bizarre. Is it supposed to be sexy? Because it's quite possibly the most unsexy thing I've ever seen. Alright, this should be that structure by the corner, right? Yeah, nothing hiding in the bushes, alright. What's in here? A petulant-looking man in armor, like I haven't seen that before. I hate war. That's why I ran away. But it is lonely here in the desert, so far from town. Long ago, when we all got along and lived in peace, citation needed? Has that ever been a thing? This was a green valley. But now, I've heard that a lush and beautiful kingdom still exists to the south. Can it be true? What is your deal, bro? And like everyone else, he inexplicably has 2 beds. Ooh, giant shoes. It's been forever since we've gotten any of those. That's a weirdly rare item for how not epic it is, because it doesn't last very long. You'd think for as rare as it is, it would be more OP. I'd expect it to be like absolutely bitchin', and it's kind of not. I'm not seeing any more bubbles though. I think I've successfully scanned the area. Now, supposedly there is a lush land still hidden to the south, which must be in that big unmarked area there. But I feel like there's probably not a reason to go down there right now. I don't know if I should go to Greenneck or Boil Hole first and I'll learn something there, or maybe get an item. Maybe that southeast quadrant there is sort of just like a lost woods, and if I go out there, I just appear back at the entrance until I have some sort of item that allows me to find my way. Or maybe I'm just designing a more detailed game in my head, and this game has nothing of the sort. Let's find out. That's one wet pussy. Well, I guess I'm gonna run along the perimeter again. Yell if you see anything. Can't believe how long it's been since I've had an encounter, though. See, you can actually hear more of the music now. Oh, did I just appear back at the entrance? No, I guess that was just a load screen? What am I even looking for? I guess green. Oh, I did reset. Oh, okay. I thought I had just reached the halfway point and it was a load screen, but I'm back at the halfway, so I think, yeah, I think it did just reset. So it would seem, yeah, there is some sort of item I need to get through here. I don't know if it's like a sextant to be able to keep a constant heading, or maybe some sort of chart or map, or maybe some sort of talisman that, I don't know, dispels some sort of confusion ward this place has on it. I don't know. Clearly there's something I need to get through there. So let's head the other way. All right, let's hear the start of the music again. All right, let's hear the beginning of the music again. At least in FF7, from what I remember, when combat interrupts the music in the area, when the combat's done, the music actually continues from where it was. It doesn't start over. Because obviously it switches music, because the combat music is different. But when you then switch back to the world view, and that music continues, it continues rather than starting over, which makes all the difference in the world. So you actually hear the whole piece instead of just hearing the first 2 measures over and over. Again, this isn't that complicated to figure out. Is there anything new under fire? Ooh, I finally have homing arrow 2. Ooh. Oh, look at these. They're like a sunfish made out of lava. Oh, that's badass. Oh, those are so cool. That's the most interesting enemy design in the entire game so far. Well, frankly, the cat is probably the most interesting, but not in a good way. These are actually fucking cool. Double kill. Oh! Oh, that was doing more damage than I was thinking it was. I guess I wasn't paying attention. That was completely my bad. I thought that thing was close enough to dead, I wasn't really worrying about it, and I should have been. Ooh, did you see that? I got a free move there. Because I actually opened the menu prior to the encounter happening. Even though I did the spell in the encounter, it didn't consume my turn. I just found a bug, although admittedly a very difficult to produce one. I'm not sure I could ever pull that off again. Because it involves pulling up the magic menu the precise moment you get an encounter, which is very unlikely to happen. Although, it just did. What am I running into? Well, there is a wall there. Camera's just so fucked it isn't rendered in. Some ruins. Ruins are cool. I wonder if there's anyone left here. There might be one guy left who will tell me the terrible story of what happened. Oh, there's a chest in there. I didn't see that. It's a replica. Okay. Potentially useful if I ever remember to use one. Oh, hey. This place has wings. I would not have called that. If you lose healing potion, I'll give you another. I have a few left. Oh, I thought this was a place for wings. No. That sign outside always means wings. So we have an inn. Have to check behind, because they keep putting stuff behind buildings. Because it almost counts as hiding it, but not quite. Okay, this door... yeah, that's too destroyed to open. Let's check the inn. Oh, you're here. Master Brian, King Beagius of Brannock Castle has somehow gotten his hands on enormous powers. It is he who burned this city to the ground and made townspeople suffer, and he did it only to test his strength. Oh, what a dick. Although, admittedly, he didn't do a great job of burning the place to the ground, because there are 2 buildings intact. Although that guy looks properly unhappy, and understandably so. Are you really from the monastery? Then please say a prayer for us. King Beagius has been most cruel. If you're thinking about going to Brannock, you'd best think again. But if you insist, rest here before you leave. I'm gonna stand here and have a proper sulk about all this. Alright, let's check upstairs. Is there anyone interesting up here, or are they all just gonna say, King Beagius is kind of a prick? King Beagius used his evil powers to burn down the town. Yeah, that's effectively what I just said. My son got lost and is missing. That's kind of redundant. I'm just about the only survivor. I won't give up. I'll keep waiting. He might come back. I pray he will. More weirdly paced, very short clauses that makes the sentence kind of start, stop, start, stop, start, stop, which most of the dialogue is written that way. Wow, she is one of the only survivors. There's no one else here. There's the sorrowful guy behind the counter, and then Shannon doesn't count because she's from out of town, so it's a grand total of 3 people left.